Good morning, everyone. Welcome to your Monday morning crafty coffee break. My name is Debbie Polterak, and I'm with Stamps and Spokes. If you haven't liked my page yet, please go find it and give me a like. Let me get my computer set up here. Facebook's being a little naughty this morning. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. Well, why do I not see us? Give me a minute and see if Facebook's gonna be nice to me this morning. It doesn't look like it. All right, if you're watching and I'm in my group, say hi. Let me come out of my group and go back in. Oh, there I am. Why don't I see me here? Well, that's weird. Well, I'll just do it here. Well, it says I'm in the right group, so I'm just going to proceed. Well, good morning. Technical problems. If you'd like to shop with me, scan my QR code and you go to my online store, and everything you see, most everything you see that I'm doing today should be in the store. Sometimes I use products from my stash. The catalog is now live, so we can look inside it and see all the fun things that are available. We're going to be using the Aflutter bundle today with the butterflies, and the bundle comes with a stamp. You can just purchase the stamp set, or you can just purchase the punch, or purchase them together, and it's kind of fun. This is a two-step stamping process that I'm going to give you a little demonstration of what that means, just in case you don't know what that means. Okay, shall we get started with what we're going to do today? Let me set these to the side. My first card, I'm using the paper from the Delicate Dreams Designer Series paper. It's very pretty paper. Some of them have some blingies to them, but this is the paper for the first card. And let me show you the first card we're making. If anybody would like a catalog, let me know. I'll drop one in the mail to you. The first card we're doing is kind of a fun fold. It's called, I forget what it's called. But we're going to make this card today, and we're using that paper from the Delicate Dreams. And then I'm also going to, you really can't see it on camera, but we have our new glimmer pens. So I did color my butterflies in the glimmer pens. Our new in color dots, hydrangea hue cardstock that we're using here. So let's get started. All right, let's do some of the basics here. Oops. I did a lot of prep work ahead of time so you didn't have to watch. So here we have a piece of 8.5 by 5.5, and it's still scored at 4 1/4, but then we cut off the front flap at 2 1/8. Okay, let me go ahead and get that a little flatter. Then for the front flap, we have a piece that's 2 by 5 1/4. These arches were cut from the Everyday Arches bundle. I used the 3rd and 4th from the largest to make my arches. So you need 2 of the white and 2 of the hydrangea hue. Then I cut a piece of Designer Series paper 4 by 5 1/4 that will go on the inside like this. Then I did stamp and punch our 3 butterflies here. And I did color them with our glimmer pen. This is Golden Glow, or Shimmer Brush is what they're called, Shimmer Brush. Okay. I stamped the front image in one of our new in colors, Peaceful Pine. And I used this stamp here. So let's see, let's stamp. Oh, no, let's glue some stuff down first. Get that out of the way. See, even the back side's pretty. I don't know if you can see the gold in there, or copper. I think it's more copper. This is going to go on our front flap. Here. Like that. And this is going to go on the inside. This, even the back side's kind of pretty. Secret Sea and copper. I'll put this on the inside. It's beautiful paper. There we go. So that was the easier part. Let's set this aside here. So then let's go ahead and take our, so we're going to do a little bit of stamping. This one here we'll stamp in our Peaceful Pine. Have you tried our new stamp pads yet? They're magnetic. Kind of fun. Let me put this top on there. And I have my stamp already mounted. I'm going to do this in Peaceful Pine. I want to make sure I turn it the right way. And we're going to just stamp this on here, out there. And there we have it. And then what I did is I took our shimmer brush and I colored all the leaves in, and it's kind of like our blends. It's just like a little paintbrush. And I just colored all these little flowers. I'm a little further away, so I'm not as neat. But look how fun it is. You make sure you shake it before you use it, so you get the glitter to come down. It's very subtle. And I'm kind of rushing, so I'm not as neat. So just give those a little bit of color to go with the Peaceful Pine. I get them all? One more little one. And then, morning, Evelyn. Excuse me, I took my Hydrangea Hue blend and I just colored my little flowers. There, just like that. Let me close this up before I stick my hands in it. And then the butterflies, let me do a quick demo of how I did the butterflies, okay? So I kind of cut the paper so that it fits in the punch nicely. And I stamped the outline first, and I did that in Memento Black. And if you look at the punch, you kind of want to stamp so that when you put it in the punch, it lines up. Trial and error. So get that all stamped up. And I know from doing the cards that my punch needs to go kind of like this. So this is the outline part. Am I in the camera? Which is the easier part. But then I took this stamp to make it the two-step stamp. And I used Golden Glow in color for this. And then what you do is, once you ink this up, you're gonna, let's see how good I can do without getting it very close. Since you can see through our photopolymer stamps, you can kind of line up pretty well. Let's see how I did. Hold your stamp there so the ink will adhere to the paper. And there you go. That's what second generation, no, that's two-step stamping. Second generation would have been, if I didn't want it so dark of a golden glow color, I would have stamped off and then stamped onto paper to make it a little lighter. And then you take your stamp, or excuse me, your punch, and you line it up in there. And I like to kind of squeeze the punch just a little bit when I think I've got it lined up somewhat. Oh, that don't look too bad. And then punch. And there you have 3 butterflies stamped. Or you could color them, but I didn't want to take the time to color, so I wanted to show you how to do that. So then, let's go ahead and stamp the inside. Fluttering by to say hi. We're going to stamp that in Hydrangea Hue. Another one of our beautiful new in colors. There's that. And then we're going to do the little, so that it looks like our little butterfly is flying up there. We just stamp that down here in the corner. Oops, I pressed a little too hard. And let's close this, get it out of the way. Okay, let's do some gluing. So we're going to glue this. Each of the white arches are going to go on the Hydrangea Hue arches. How's everybody doing today? So, if you're a mom, did you have a nice Mother's Day? The weather could be just a touch warmer for me. My daughter and I did go flower shopping. Of course, I can't plant anything. They're just all sitting on my porch because we keep having frost. All right. So this last little butterfly I left just stamped in the black, and I colored it with the shimmer brush. So it kind of matched the butterflies that'll be on the front. I'm going to do this so that I can, oops. And we're going to let that dry for a second while I do the butterflies on the front. Hi, Dawn. So let that little guy dry. Then we're going to put the butterflies on the front here. We're going to put them up on dimensionals. Oh, before I do that, I kind of took my bone folder and kind of give them a little dimension. Excuse me, so they look like they're flying. Just to give them a little something. Just a little bit. So they're not quite so flat. The one on the inside is flat. All right, now let's stick those dimensionals on there. I'm just using the tiny ones. And just stick them randomly so they look like they're flying around. Like that. We'll leave that one because he's just going to go flat. So I want to make sure he's dry. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, excuse me, and I'm just going to glue down half of this. So I kind of use my finger as a guide. See if I can get the glue off with one finger, one hand. And I'm just going to glue down this side. Like that. Make sure I'm all the way over with my glue. So we glue this one down. Now to get this one to line up is what I do is I'm going to just stack it over this like this and hopefully get it when I close the card and glue it down. Let's see how good I am. I didn't do too bad on the sample, but then, you know, you're not on camera, so nobody's watching you. And put that down like that. And there you go. Now we'll take our little butterfly here on the inside, and we just glue him down. And then we'll add some in-color dots. Got to have a little bit of bling, so I'm going to use the Peaceful Pine, the Golden Glow, and a Hydrangea Hue. And there we have card number 1. It's fun. Butterflies are fun. It's a fun little set. All right. Good for you, Dawn. That's walking is good. Walking is very good for you. All right, let's move on to card number 2. I'll do this one next. Here's card number 2. For this one, I used, let's see, I used the Lazy Daisy embossing folder for the back layer. And then I used 3 of the dies from the Beautifully Celebrated. So I think I used the second, third, and fourth one from the smallest. In Bubble Bath, Flirty Flamingo, Melon Mambo, and this is in Boston, Flirty Flamingo, and my card base is Bubble Bath. So let's start with this one. So here's our base. It's 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. I forgot to make little tags, but then this is the inside, which is 4 by 5 1/4, and this was 4 by 5 1/4 also. Let me just glue this down inside. And we will be stamping on the inside of this card, because I felt like it needed more than just friend. So on the inside, I said, thinking of you today. All right, and we can glue this piece down, but I'm gonna glue this down. Like this. And because I don't ever trust my stamping, I'm not going to glue down all my little scallops until I stamp my word. So we're going to stamp the word friend, and this comes from the stamp set here, and then Thinking of You Today. All comes from the Aflutter stamp set. I'm going to stamp in Melon Mambo. That's one of my favorite colors, by the way. Let's see how straight I can get. Not bad. That's a beautiful font, too. I do like that font. We'll close that for now. And then we'll go ahead and glue our layers together. I thought this was a pretty color combination. And then on the butterflies, I did the two-step stamping like I showed you a minute ago. I did it, oops. I did them in three different colors. I did the Melon Mambo, Flirty Flamingo, and Bubble Bath. The Melon Mambo I did full strength. The Flirty Flamingo I stamped off. And the Bubble Bath I did full strength. So this is going to go on the front of the card. Center it somewhat. And then once again, I'm not going to bend the leaves on the wings on the butterflies this time. I'm just going to put them up on dimensionals. These little teeny tiny. And then we'll just stick them on wherever. I think the butterflies are so pretty. And then for the blingy part, I like to I like to take the rhinestones, what do they call it? Just rhinestones. And with my blend, which it's right there. With my blends, I just like to color them. So I just use my Melon Mambo to make bling to match. Get a bigger one down here. Just like that. Oops. Got to have a little bit of bling. And I thought the rhinestones were perfect for this one. Like that. And then on the inside with our Melon Mambo, we're going to stamp. Oh, look, I got ink on there. I don't know how I did that. Suppose I could always stick a butterfly there and cover it up. What do you think? Will that work? So I do have some left extra ones. So I could stick one there and one there. So it looks like it was intentional. I think I'll do that. So I'm mad that I made that. I got that ink on there. I must have had ink on my fingers. Nobody will know but you. Look at that. Yeah, there's ink on my, must have. So there's card number 2. This one's just a little different. I may have to add some butterflies to the inside of that one. Card number 2. And let's move on to our last card. This one is pretty in pink. No, petal pink. What did I use? I think it's still out here. Petal pink. Petal pink and black. I think those two colors are pretty stunning together. This one is a little more involved. I used the small and the next up square from Stylish Shapes. And then I used the last month's product of the month, the Eyelet Bloom die. I cut the die. I did the die first in petal pink, and then I used the Stylish squares to cut out the squares. I did the butterflies in petal pink. I had some petal pink ribbon in my stash, and some black dots. So our base is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. Thanks, Dawn. And then we have 2 pieces that are 4 by 5 1/4. I did very vanilla in the inside. I was afraid the white would be too stark with these muted colors. So that was just, I don't know, white might have been okay, but I just thought the very vanilla would look a little more, I don't know, natural in the inside with the black and the petal pink. So let me go ahead and put this on the inside. And I don't think I stamped on the inside. Nope. So let's go ahead. So I did have some petal pink ribbon in my stash. I don't use ribbons a lot, so I have a lot of ribbons. So I keep trying to use them when I can. So I have these 3 little squares. And then I just glued these on top like that. And I used my tiny glue because I only need a few dots of it. And I didn't want it coming through the holes. So I could be more precise of where I was sticking my glue on these little squares. You know, it's really hard to look around your camera and try to make things straight. So let's glue these down. I have mixed feelings about this this die. It's pretty, but it's a lot of work to get all the little things out of it. I have to play with it some more because I know you can pop up the petals and make it look really pretty. Like that, those three. And then, of course, we're going to use dimensionals for the butterflies. Oops. Like that. We can go ahead and stick those on for now. So what do you think of the petal pink and black together? Does it work? All right. Now let's put this, I stamped that in Memento Black, but I'm going to need to clean my stamp. And where's my black ink pad? Oh, I put it away. So I'm going to stamp this in the lower right corner. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, Dawn. It's, I mean, petal pink's not super bright, but with the black, I think it turned out really nice. All right. So I got that stamped, so we can go ahead and glue this down to the front of our card. Sure is a pretty day. I just wish it was just a tad bit warmer. So let's go ahead and glue. Oh, we don't want to do that yet. Hang on. I want to do the ribbon next. I knew I'd forget. I knew I would forget. So we're going to fake it. Oops. No, that's not going to stick as well as if I put some... Put that down. I knew I'd forget the ribbon because I don't use ribbon enough. So let's see if we can make this work without getting glue all over everything. I'll make it work. Oh, I keep sticking my fingers in the glue. All right. Oh, see, that'll work. Got glue on my fingers now. And then you all know how much I love to tie bows, but let's see if I can do this. I don't have any luck tying it on the card like they... Oops. Try again. I have much better luck with the bunny ears. Like a 2-year-old. But, you know, they turn out. Just bowed it. All right, that's going to be good enough. I don't want to fuss with this too long. I'll glue that down with a glue dot in a second. That's way looser than I like it to be, but... So let's go ahead and glue our little butterflies down. So I always do the 2 end ones first. And then stick the one in the middle. That. My glue dot, and I'll glue my wonky bow down. Let's see. Right that way. And then I used, what are these called? Oops. Neutral matte dots, because I had those in black. So this one still got sticky on it. And there we have card number 3. I like the bow here better than that bow, but I can still fix that. So there's our 3 cards. I don't know if I could get them on camera. Let's see. I can zoom in. And there you go. 3 beautiful butterfly cards. Yeah, not too bad. Well, there you go. All Aflutter. It's a bundle or a stamp set. Beautiful cards. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you're watching the replay, please let me know. Otherwise, I hope you can get outside and enjoy this glorious day. Thanks for watching. Bye.